like looking for, well, in this case, looking for gold. These are beautiful orange color, aren't they? Oh yes. Okay. This is why we grow sweet potatoes. We've literally got a blanket over these sweet potatoes protecting them from the cold weather. Guten Yardening, everybody. Well, finally we're ready to harvest our biggest bed of sweet potatoes. This is a 6x6 bed, and you can't really tell because right now we've got it covered up with blankets. And the reason it's covered up is because it has been very cold at night here, but today we're gonna get these out of the ground. The blanket has helped protect these greens from the frost, and it's kept the mix that we have in here from freezing. I've gone ahead and pulled off the covering so you can see the full bed now. It is a 6x6 keyhole bed. Here's the keyhole right here that enables us to get in here and actually access everything that's in here. So we've got about 32 square feet of sweet potatoes that we're gonna harvest. Now, just like in our last sweet potato harvest, and if you haven't seen that, you should check it out, we put black plastic down to try to keep the soil warm, actually help it warm up faster, and to protect this space from our critters. Well, one thing I can tell you, it worked in the last bed, but I'm seeing a good bit of mix on top of the plastic here, which makes me think some digging might have been happening. In fact, there are a couple of spots where I would expect there to be some sweet potatoes, and it's just an empty hole right now. So we'll see if we have substantial damage or not. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off all the greens so we can see just how many slips we have planted in here. Well, this is crazy. Here's a spot where there should be a sweet potato, and my hand goes right down in here, and I'm not feeling anything. And I'm seeing the same thing right here. And then, well, this one seems like it, well, I'm not sure, but everything was already detached. Oh, and I don't know exactly what that means yet, but you can see this the whole way across here. There's a lot of these that are just plainly detached. Well, that was way easier than it should have been to clear off. There just seem to be a lot of spots where everything is detached. Again, I don't know what that means. I've got to get this black plastic up, but at this point, I'm a little bit nervous about what's underneath here. But let's go ahead and get this plastic off. You can see tomatoes in here. That's just because right beside this we have a tomato plant that's been growing. And on the other side, we have our nectarine tree, which grew way more than we anticipated this year. But what I'm seeing underneath here does not look like tunneling, like there was something actually living in here. I don't know, we still got a couple here. Let's see. Well, there is the creature that's been living in here, or at least one of them. I'll get up close, you can see. Yeah, this vole has had a field day in here. Oh, well, let's see what's left behind. Now we have 3 varieties that are in here, and I just saw, oh, look at that. You can see him running around in the little tunnel that he's made. Well, if you look through here, you can see just how closely I actually planted these. There are quite a few in here on each side, and I made sure to plant them a little closer than we had in years past to try to maximize that harvest potential. So we didn't give them a ton of space. Again, you can see where they were, or in some cases hopefully still are. So a massive planting in here. Well, I got one of them released from here. I was able to get him out of here. I captured him in a little pot. So he's out of here now. Well, so far I'm not seeing a ton of size, but the ones that are in here are still looking really nice. Again, I could get I could get a little bit upset about the fact that we have been waiting for this harvest for so long, and this is what's happening. But you know what? This is still going to be some good food. Well, one of the things I got to say about this, and this is going to be a really good example, at the size of the sweet potato potential here. Now, we've got about half of it eaten off, but this Carolina Ruby, if you can see, this is, you know, the other half of a really, really substantial sweet potato. So they definitely have the ability to grow big. It's off to the races. Come here. Come here. It's like a video game. It's like a video game. All right, the yellow was easier to catch. What is that all about, huh? Come here. Come here. All right. I got some extra exercise in just now. the vole chase. All right. Let's see. We had the one right there. I wonder how many members of this family there are. You can see the tunneling right there. Yeah, that's nice. There we go. This one grew right up against the wall here, right up against the bed, or the side of the bed. Let's see what else we've got down in here with it. Oh, that's actually that's going on for a good ways. Let's see if we can get over here. That's nice. I'll clear out this top spot so it's a little bit easier to see. I think these have, yeah, this has the potential to be our biggest one. There you go. All right. That's a nice size. That's actually a nice size one. And this one, I gotta be careful. This one's going pretty deep as well. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's two of them right there. Two of them and a pill bug to spare. Well, there we go. That's the size sweet potato we love. All right, here we go. This is our Okinawan sweet potato, but we're probably 8 or 10 inches down already. Now, I'm really excited. Oh, that's looking good. I'm really excited to see this sweet potato. I've seen pictures, but this is the first one that we're ever harvesting here. Let me see. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. Well, I'm still digging down here, but that's definitely one of the benefits of growing in a raised bed. This is not difficult digging to do. And I'd say if you were 15 inches down into the ground, oh, that would be much harder to dig out. Oh boy, this is gonna be nice. Here we go. Oh, take a look at that. Now, the beauty of this sweet potato, well, I like that white color for sure, but the beauty's actually inside. Well, this variety is definitely one that runs deep. We're a good 8 inches under, and I see this one out here, so I'm gonna excavate what's up above. Oh, look at that tunnel. You see this tunnel? This is how they were running around. All those voles running through here. They had a network in here. Well, I'm learning an awful lot about the way voles live, if nothing else, huh? All right, I'm gonna just separate this out. I think it looks like this sweet potato was just below their tunneling level. That is so pretty. I really like this color. We've grown purple on the outside. This is our first time growing white, a pure white on the outside. I gotta say, I'm seeing several in here. I'm liking the way this is going. You know, you're gonna have results that you don't always love sometimes, but we've got some definite highlights in here. Oh, I'm gonna loosen that up. I see another one here. I'm gonna loosen that one up. And I see a third one here. Okay, I've got all three of these loosened up. I'm gonna pull them all out at one time and see what we've got. Oh yes. Okay. Looks like this one's split a little bit, but healed over. We've seen that happen before in beds when it gets a little too damp. But there you go. That's actually a really nice bunch coming in here. Well, the size-wise, these Okinawan are bigger on average so far. Of course, they had a little bit more life in them as well so far, but both, I mean, potential here for some great size sweet potatoes. There's a present from our squirrels. I'm really liking this variety. Just nice size all around. Again, I love that color. It's kind of unique to this sweet potato. This one has a little bit of damage on it. Not a lot. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, coming right out. Yeah, I mean, just nice all around. Well, now we know there are at least 3 voles living in here. That's where those empty holes, I mean, they ate the skin and everything. There's another one right over here. Not a vole, another potato. There we go. Let's see. There we go. See where we're at. Some nice, interesting shapes. All right, I just opened this one up, and I can already tell it's going to be a good one. So let's. Ooh. Well, it was a good one. It's our Centennial variety, and you can see, well, there's potential for a really nice size here. Actually, we're getting some sprouting happening already as well. All right, you know what we're going to do, I think, since this is already starting to show signs that we could create some slips from this pretty quickly, we're going to cut off this vole damaged area and we're going to put this in some soil and see what we can get to grow out of here. Because I think that would actually work, and then we wouldn't be wasting this potato. Well, here's another one right up against the side. And that one's beautiful. There's no damage on it. Anytime you're seeing a harvest where you're getting lots of this, and you get one that doesn't have any damage and looks perfect, that is absolutely a food of beauty. Now that we've got this trench dug in here, I'm going to keep pulling off from the side like this because we got room to move this soil, and I think that'll, there you go, that'll expose what comes next. It'll be kind of nice. Kind of like looking for, well, in this case, looking for gold. These are beautiful orange color, aren't they? All right, let's see if we can clear this one off. Seeing some more damage here, but let's get this. Oh, look at this. There's a whole bunch of them in here coming around this area. Yeah. Dig this free. Yeah, there is some definite nice size to these. I like it when I have to keep digging deeper. That speaks to the overall size. Yes, sir. Okay. More of those, please. Thank you. All right, there we go. Yeah, this is good size again. So far from what I can see, there's no damage. Ooh, nice. So this is gonna be, well, let me put them back here together. Now, again, this one has some damage, but this is gonna be our biggest set so far, I think, from off of this one slip. Oh, that's got some nice weight to it. There we go. I thought I had just broken this one, but then I realized, no, that was just something that had come along and eaten part of it. But let's see what we got right down in here. Yeah, so many sweet potatoes that would have had some really nice size. So that's one thing we know just from this initial harvest anyway, is that, again, every single one of these varieties have the potential to grow to really nice size. You know, one of the challenges of growing sweet potatoes is you don't really know what's going on under the surface, and it's kind of hard to check. And so for us to be able to know that this was happening, I mean, I'm not even sure what we would have done to stop it midway through the growing process anyway, was kind of difficult. So, you see what happens at the end, you look at those results, and you make improvements for the year after, because a sweet potato like this, oh man, I can see there's a little damage here, but a sweet potato like this, look at how big this is. This is a giant in here. Oh man, you hate to lose a sweet potato like this, but when you've got this kind of potential coming in, we're not going to do anything like stop growing these. And that is fantastic. And right beside it, it looks like we've got another one of our Okinawan. So let me see if I can clear that one out as well. Because actually we got quite a few right in here. Yep, see? Quite a few right in here. Well, I'm just going to come back to this one for a second. This is a gigantic sweet potato. That is absolutely fantastic size right there. And really not a ton of damage either. But, I mean, this is why we grow sweet potatoes. That ability to bring in a substantial amount of highly nutritious food. These are sweet potato fries right there. That is some really good food. When we talked about this in our front yard and sweet potato harvest, and if you haven't checked that out, you should. We talked about how sweet potatoes are one of the most nutrient-dense foods out there and calorie-rich. And we're bringing in some of this for our winter time. And these are going to last us for quite some time. Oh, look at this. Look at the purple streak here. You can see what's inside. There you go. You can almost see through the skin on this one. Got these nice purple colors. That is so cool. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's see what we got with this one. Oh, they're poking out enough that we can just pull them now. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I tell you, the voles came in, they did some damage, but they also left us with some pretty good food. We got 3 of them in here. I can't believe that. I can't believe that whole family was living in here. Well, I should be able to believe it. I'm really enjoying this method of harvesting where I clear out the side and just have these open up like this. It's really cool. You know, exploring in here, searching around, hunting to see what we've got. There's no such thing as a bad harvest. Look at that. And we got a little damage, but no such thing as a bad harvest. Well, we've grown 3 unique to us varieties in here, and I think you can see, well, I'll just make a couple of statements or observations here. One, it seems to me that the Centennial Sweet Potatoes are the biggest so far. I mean, just overall on average, you can see this right here. And what I want to do is, because we've grown about 5 or 6 different varieties of sweet potatoes this year, I want to put together a video where we do a taste test on those different varieties. What do you think? Is that something you'd like to see? If it is, leave us a comment and let us know. Now, all of these potatoes were ones that we purchased the slips for. Unlike the other sweet potatoes that we've harvested so far, where we had grown or propagated our own sweet potato slips, all of these were purchased from the potato guy, and we'll have a link to their website as well. But, you know, they've performed well. I'd say our propagated sweet potatoes performed well as well. We gotta be careful the wind doesn't blow us over out here. It is very windy today. This soil is definitely getting cold, but I can only imagine what it would have felt like if we hadn't covered it up and if we hadn't wrapped this bed in that black plastic like we did for our other harvest. Wow. A screen underneath, is that something that we should invest in or look to try to put at the bottom here? That's nice. A screen on top as well. We had hoped we had implemented a regime that would work here, but clearly we need to do some more work. We need to implement some of the suggestions you've all given us to prevent this kind of damage again in the future. So we've got to go back to the drawing board a little bit, but while we're doing that, we're going to enjoy, look at this bunch. That is just lovely to see. Yeah, that is really, really nice. Well, that was one of the most interesting harvests I think I've ever experienced. There's so many emotions there. The initial emotions of seeing an entire, well, housing structure built by these voles and then catching 3 of them. There was some excitement there. And then there were some beautiful sweet potatoes. Now, we didn't have as many as we wanted, for sure. That is 100% accurate, and it's kind of hard to know how well a variety performed whenever half or more of them are eaten by voles. That being said, our Centennials were fantastic, and these are just lovely. Well, they're all beautiful. We have to make sure to continue to try these new varieties in the future, and we're going to be growing in a place where there are no voles possible, I am confident, here over the winter. So you got to stay tuned for that. Well, Team Sweet Potato, what do you think? Is this a success or not? I gotta say, this is why you don't plant all your sweet potatoes in one place. We've had multiple other harvests, and so we have plenty of sweet potatoes for our winter. Well, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like, leave us a comment, remember to share and subscribe, and most importantly, remember, when you're with us, you are good to grow.